Hi, this is Karen with Access to Tanzania and Treks to Rwanda. Today, Guerrilla Trekking 101. We'll be talking about some basic things that people like to learn about as they begin their planning of their guerrilla trekking adventure. So let's get started. Gear. Pretty straightforward. You're going to be trekking in an environment that is naturally more wet and moist. So you're going to need to have gear that will support you. So rain jacket. Lightweight is all that you really need. Long pants and long shirts, shirt sleeves to protect your skin from various vegetation that might be abrasive or stinging, and moisture wicking socks to help prevent your feet from getting blistered. Again, wet environment, so waterproof hiking shoes or boots. Ankle gaiters and garden gloves are sort of the unique items for this trek, but the ankle gaiters will help protect your pants from getting wet and muddy and protect from insects going up your pant legs. Garden gloves will protect your hands as you're pushing through the freshly cut brush, and in case you happen to hit a stinging nettle, because they do sting, and you want to protect your skin from that. And then basically a day pack that has some basics like water, snack, and of course your camera. Your preparation, your physical preparation for the guerrilla trekking is the next topic I would say that's sort of important. You should just keep in mind that you're going to be trekking at a high elevation. Your elevation at your trek time could be anywhere between 8,000 and 10,000 feet. And you need to be prepared for some endurance so that you will be trekking maybe upwards of 2 to 4 hours just to get to the guerrilla family, potentially. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. So just think endurance when you're preparing yourself for the journey. Make sure your shoes are well broken in so you don't get blisters. And then consider reading this great book called In the Kingdom of Gorillas by Amy Vetter and William Weber. It sort of gives you a background into how did the ecotourism industry that centers around gorillas evolve in Rwanda. It's a great read. The day of, there's a lot of administrative things first off in the morning. You rendezvous at headquarters at 7 a.m. and your guide with Treks to Rwanda will facilitate getting your paperwork all handed in and getting you assigned to your guerrilla family group. Once assigned, your trekking guide will give you an orientation. And then before you head off to your trailhead, use the facilities at the headquarters before you head off. So that administrative part takes about an hour. When you're with the gorillas, you should know that only 8 people are allowed in your trekking group. This is not inclusive of your guides and porters and such, but just 8 trekkers in the group. Once you're with the gorillas, you get 1 hour. And this is sort of the time frame that they tolerate you being around them, and it's also for their health and safety. And then also you need to keep socially distant from the gorillas. The recommendation is 7 meters or 22 feet apart. Your trek support. There's a lot of people involved in making your trek really successful. You have your main trek guide who leads the group, coordinates with the trekkers, and manages the pace of the trek. So he will see how everybody's doing. He might take a pause so people can catch their breath because you are at a high elevation, and he's just sort of managing the whole experience. Porters. These are a great asset to your trek. I hired a porter to just assist me, and he carried my day pack, and he also just made sure that I had sure footing in uneven terrain, and it was just really reassuring that somebody sort of had my back specifically in difficult stretches of the terrain. And the trackers are a super important group. These are a group of individuals who follow the family group and know where they are in the morning and track them to the end of the day so that you know where they're going to go to sleep to wake up the next morning. So these individuals are really key to a successful experience. So what are the takeaways? Having the basic appropriate gear is super important. Preparing yourself physically for your hike and utilizing the expertise of the local guides and porters. And so all taken together, you can have a really fantastic experience. I hope that we have time to get to know one another. And if you are interested in planning a journey to Rwanda and or Tanzania, please reach out to us. Thanks so much.